have fear at the heart of them rather than evil. The other thing that's quite key, I think, and is a real achievement of love, is to learn to see your partner. Most of us, after a while, start to see our partners as idiots. They just are a bit of an idiot. And just like, oh God, an idiot thing has happened again with our partner. Now, this is why part of the reason why comedy and humour is so important in a relationship. You have to find a way to access the comedic part of all of you. Now, the interesting thing about comedy is that in comedy, many comic heroes are total idiots. I mean, if you think of someone like David Brent or Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm, and these guys are just total idiots. But when we're watching the shows, we kind of do this amazing thing, which is we both know they're idiots, but we kind of like them. We do this amazing metamorphosis. We start to see them as lovable idiots, kind of lovable idiots. And that is such a piece of ethical imagination. To turn someone from an idiot to a lovable idiot in your imagination is a major piece of maturity. And if we're able to achieve that, even sometimes in love, we will have learned very much how to temper our more punitive interpretations of who it is that we've got together with. The other thing that we need, of course, is to really reckon with our habit of getting into crushes. It was very charming at a certain point how easily we've developed crushes on people. And, for a time it was thrilling and, it really kept us going through certain years. But, we really have to get over the crush thing. Because the thing is, you don't need to know someone at all well to know, even though they look completely charming, and it was lovely to see them in the airline queue or at the supermarket briefly, etc. And that's why you got a little tetchy when you got home, just because they were sort of lingered in your imagination, that there was kind of an angel walking around the aisles of the supermarket or at the airport, and now you've had to go home, sadly, but there was this angel. We've got to get over it. And the reason we can get over it is by an absolute piece of scientific certainty, which is that there are no angels, there are only human beings, and every human being wandering the earth is very, very problematic from close up. You don't know how this person is disturbed and would drive you mad, but you have to know and take on board that they would. They just would. If you knew them better, despite their charms, and honestly, their ankles look lovely, and their little bit of conversation that you had at the conference was just very promising. But the point is, deep down, they will cause you immense trouble because not they're evil, they're human, and everybody does this. So, in a way, we're so obsessed nowadays, partly because of technology, with the idea of finding the perfect person, the right person. We're all the time swiping left and right in the search for that right person. The truth is there is no such character. Everybody is going to be wrong in substantial areas. There is no such thing. Compatibility, ultimately, is an achievement of love. It isn't and can't and shouldn't be its precondition. And therefore, the notion that we can only really get together with somebody when we have found somebody who matches us entirely. The person who is right isn't the person who agrees and condones every aspect of our character. It's somebody who negotiates the differences between two people in a particular way, with a particular generosity and, dare I say it, sometimes humour. This is the so-called right person, but not that they are in some ways, magical ways, perfect. Look, the other thing, let's mention it just very quickly, around sex. We live in an age of very high expectations around sex. Romanticism has prepared us for